Hi, I'm Kira. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to get the blood pumping and move the lymph. Your lymphatic system is a very important part of your immune system, which keeps you healthy. So lymphatic fluid is sort of like your inner cleanup crew. It moves toxins out of your tissues and muscles into the bloodstream so that waste and toxins can be filtered and removed. And the best way to stimulate this is by moving your body. Unlike your other systems in the body, the lymphatic system has no pump. So the only way to create pumping and move that fluid is through stimulating the joint creases where your lymph nodes are located. Think like the armpits, around the neck, the hip flexors. So we are gonna move and groove and promote lymphatic flow today. I'm so glad you're here. You don't need any props for today, just a yoga mat. Let's get to it. Let's begin in Sukhasana, easy cross-legged seat. So find a comfortable place for your hands. If they're face down on the knees or thighs, it can be a bit more grounding. Palms up, invites more energy, whatever you need. And then close the eyes or just soften the gaze down. Feel your hips getting a bit heavier toward the ground beneath you, the crown of your head getting lighter toward the sky above you. And begin to deepen your breathing. Practicing your Ujjayi breath, your victorious breath. Audible inhale through the nose. Audible exhale through the nose. And beginning to train your focus on the song of the breath. So we spoke about the lymphatic system earlier. Yoga also supports down-regulating our nervous system, which is a fancy way for saying it helps us feel less stressed. So continuing to focus on your slow and steady breathing. I know we've probably all had an experience where after a period of extensive stress, we felt run down, we got sick. So of course yoga isn't a cure, but it can definitely be a very useful tool in our holistic toolbox to support our immune system and nervous system health. Take one more deep breath in. Breath out. And you can keep the eyes closed or blink them open if you like, but turn the palms face down onto the knees. Sufi grinds begin to circle your torso. Keeping the breath flowing smoothly as you add movement. And then reverse the direction of this. Think of this like your spine is this ladle and your pelvis is this pot of stew, and you're just stirring it up, all that good stuff. Let's meet back in the center. Take a side bend up and over to one side, doesn't matter which. And then take your lifted hand behind your head. Inhale, lean that lifted shoulder side open. And then exhale, twist. Elbow toward the knee closest to you. Inhale, twist open, lean back. Exhale, close and twist. One more like that. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, close and twist. Open it up. Take your side bend up and over to the other side. Bringing the lifted hand behind the head. Lean back. Inhale. Exhale, elbow toward the knee. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close and twist. Open it up, sit up tall. Interlace both hands behind the head now. Lean your head into your hands and press the elbows back. Puffing up the chest, almost like this is your cow pose, seated. Inhale. Exhale, let the spine round as you bring the elbows toward one another, a la cat pose. Inhale, cow, chest pulls forward, elbows move back. Exhale, spine rounds, elbows move together. Keep that going. Just finish up one more cycle. And then sit up tall. Bring the hands behind you for reverse tabletop. Feet will find the mat. Turn your fingers to face out on either side of the mat. Root the feet. Inhale, lift hips and chest. Exhale, drop the bum down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, drop down. Good, keep this going. So really pressing the hips and chest up. So starting to wake up the muscles of the pecs and also stimulate those lymph nodes around the pecs and the armpits. Let's take one more like this. Lower your seat, take a few windshield wipers, and then swivel the legs behind you and come onto all fours. I call these windmills. You're gonna stretch your right arm forward, sweep it up, back, and around as your hips drop back. Kind of like a windmill again, so right arm reaching forward, up and back. Let's take one more like that. Good, and then lift your right arm up, thread the needle. Right arm threads under the left. Right cheek might find the mat. Several breaths here. The left hand can stay down, or maybe it reaches up and swims forward. Really just finding your own unique expression of this shape. Let's meet back in tabletop position. And switch sides. Left arm sweeps forward, up and back, hips drop. Keep it going. Next time you lift your left arm up, this becomes thread the needle. And then you find your breath here in this twist and shoulder opening shape. Let's be back in tabletop position. Downward facing dog. Tuck toes, lift the hips up and back and start to pedal through the legs. Just feeling that stretch, the Achilles, the calves, the back chain of the legs. And then be still. Sweep your right leg high as you inhale. Exhale, right knee taps the right tricep, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, down dog split. 2 more times like that, knee to right tricep. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, lizard lunge. Lightly step your right foot outside your right hand. And then lower your back knee. And just kind of rock side to side here. Just feeling this movement. Massage that left side hip flexor. Okay, so we got some lymph nodes in the groin. Just starting to bring some blood flow to that area. And then you can either leave the back knee down or lift it up, but the right arm will lift, and now it's a lizard twist. Bring the right hand behind the head, lean back, inhale, exhale, tap the elbow to your inner left arm. There's your twist again. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, close and twist. One more, inhale, open. Exhale, close and twist. Open it up. Now stretch the right arm up and just relax your head and neck. Let it be really heavy, just like this ragdoll neck, like there's no bones in your neck. And feel into that stretch. The lower right hand. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Crawl the hands to the left. So you're gonna pivot around to a wide-legged fold, facing the long edge of your mat, and simply bend one knee and then the other and shift side to side. Getting into the inner leg line, the groins. And then you'll swivel back around to face the front, lower your back knee. Both hands are inside the front foot as you shift back for a wide half split. You can tent the fingers here, use blocks if those are a piece of equipment you like to use. And we'll just spend a few breaths here. Just being with the hamstring, letting the breath start to make space. It's very cold where I am in New York City. We're in winter and I'm feeling the need for a longer warm up. Let's rebend the front knee and come back to tabletop puppy pose or Anahatasana. Stack your hips right over your knees. And then keeping that alignment, walk the hands forward as wide as your mat. Seat stays lifted as the chest melts down. Chin can be down to open the throat or forehead can be down. Breathe. So this stimulates the lymph in the armpits, the breast tissue, really useful lymphatic pose. Let this bring you onto your belly. I need to just sort of awkwardly get there with my microphone. And we'll meet in a cobra, so hands on either side of the ribs. Inhale, chest lifts, Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, lower down. Press yourself back through child's pose, tucking the toes. Down dog is where we meet. Other side, left leg lifts. Inhale, exhale, tap. Left knee, left tricep. Twice more. Inhale, leg lifts. Exhale, tap. Inhale, leg lifts. Exhale, tap. Landing your foot outside your hand, lizard. Back knee lowers. To begin, we're just shifting forward and back, or sorry, side to side, I should say. Just massaging that right side hip flexor. And then we make this a twist. So the back knee can lift or not. Left arm lifts. Bring the left hand behind the head. Inhale. Exhale, tap elbow to inner right arm. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap and twist. Open it up. Stretch your left arm up and then relax your head and neck. A few more breaths, just letting gravity and the weight of your skull create some opening in the neck there. And then lower your left hand. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. On your way to a wide-legged forward fold, crawling the hands to the right. Just a bit of a side-to-side movement there. And then that'll bring you back to the front of the mat where you'll lower your back knee, shift back, wide half split. And in these longer holds, there's really an opening to connect with the breath, to deepen the breath. And let the sound of the breath just fill your mind and therefore relax your mind. Rebend your front knee. Something different this time. We're going to step forward to a squat at the top of your mat, Malasana, yogi squat. So come on down to a squat, bottom of your range. If this is not a comfortable position for your hips, you could be sitting on a yoga block. But just start to breathe down into the hips. Feel your inner ankles move apart if the inner feet are collapsing in. And you can kind of press your elbows into your inner legs to open through the groins. So you're just going to stay here. I'm going to demo where we're going next. These are called froggies. We're going to start to pump some spinal fluid up the spine to the brain, build a little heat. So there's a couple ways that these could look. Option one is this. So we inhale to a forward fold. The feet are parallel. As you exhale, you'll bend the knees, but notice feet are forward. So we come down to a squat. I'll show you this from the side. And it's going to be a kind of quick pumping action, okay? So it'll look like this. So we're trying to build some heat as we do that. If you're like, my knees are not going to be up for that, you are going to do it like this. You'll come into sort of a goddess squat, wide squat with palms to prayer, feet turned out. Inhale. Exhale as you straighten the legs, bring the arms down. So it's like this. Okay? So let's go for it. You're going to meet here if you're taking the modification for knees, or in a forward fold if you're taking it this way. So inhale to start, exhale as you squat. Keep it going. So right away, your quads are probably going to have something to say about this. Just keep it going. The point is to build heat, create a little bit of mental resistance to overcome just by dropping into the ritual of this. Let's go 10 more seconds. Keep it going. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward fold, or just straight legs standing tall if you took the modification. Breathe. If you're in a forward fold, slowly roll up to stand. And we'll all meet at the top of our mats in mountain pose Tadasana. A steady neutral stance. Just feeling the body, feeling the inner landscape of the body. Letting the breath settle. And one of the best exercises in the yoga tradition to support immune system health is your Surya Namaskar, your sun salutations, as this set of movements naturally causes us to hinge in the hip creases, right? We're lifting arms overhead. We're hinging at the hips. So we're doing a bunch of movement that is stimulating the places where the lymph nodes are located. I'm out of breath from those froggies. I'm trying to vamp a little bit here. But we're going to dive into our sun salutations. So we are going to keep these flowing, create some heat. So come to the top of your mat, feet together or hips width. Let's take a big breath in. Breath out. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank. Let's modify this first one together. Modified chaturanga, drop the knees. Pull your shoulders forward of your wrists. Shoot your elbows back. Lower down with a solid core. And then inhale to cobra, chest lifting, elbows pulling in. Exhale, down dog. Good, and find your breath there. If legs are tight, you can always bring the legs wider apart, spread the hands, find a sense of rooting like you're pressing the ground away. And then start to walk the feet to the hands. At the top of your mat, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out and up. Palms through prayer, Tadasana, mountain pose. That's one round. Let's just keep that flowing. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank, chaturanga. Modified or full. Inhale, cobra or up dog, lifting the thighs. Exhale, down dog. 4 breaths, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Next inhale, walk, step, or hop. Half lift, fold. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, Tadasana. Again, just like that. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Maybe you hop back with soft elbows. Inhale, up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, walk, step or hop. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain. All right, Surya Namaskar B. Feet together. Let's dial up the heat. Inhale to chair. Bend the knees a lot. Utkatasana. Exhale, straighten the legs. Fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step right foot forward. Spin your back heel down. Warrior 1, arms up. Exhale, Chaturanga. So this moves faster. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Back heel spins. Warrior 1, arms up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Walk, step or hop. Half lift and fold. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Straighten the legs, reach up. Tadasana. Again, inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Or simply press back to down dog. That's where we'll meet. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, warrior 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Walk, step or hop. Half lift and fold. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. Straighten the legs. Tadasana. Breathe. And just feel the body. Feeling the breath settle. And then blink the eyes open if they're closed. So we'll flow back once and then we'll dive into something new. Inhale to chair, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga or skip it. Yeah, you can always choose how you're going to make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step your foot between your hands for warrior 1. So you've been here before. Now we stay a while, we park it. Take a fairly wide warrior 1, meaning feet are about hips width. And then straighten your front leg and interlace your hands behind your head. Lean the head back into the hands. Inhale. Exhale, rebend your front knee. Bring the elbows toward one another. Inhale, straighten front leg, lean back. Exhale, elbows toward one another. Inhale, lean back, open up. Exhale, bend knee, elbows toward each other. Now a change, humble warrior. Wing your arms back, interlace fingers if that's available to you. And anchor your back heel like crazy, and then drop the head if that feels okay. Final breath in. Breath out, release the arms for warrior 2. Cartwheel open into it, Virabhadrasana 2. Flip your front palm up. Inhale to peaceful warrior, tipping back. Exhale, straighten front leg, triangle pose. You might shorten the stance as you come into Trikonasana. And feel your inner legs pull together here. So steady base, straight line of energy from the top hand to the bottom. One more breath in. Breath out. Bend your front knee. Modified side angle. So perch your right forearm on your right thigh. Stretch your free arm straight up. And be sure that you're not sinking in this right shoulder. You're really lifting up and away. Yeah, and then bring the lifted hand behind the head, leaning back. Inhale. Exhale, close. Elbow coming toward the ground. Again, inhale, open it up. Exhale, close and twist. Are we sick of this movement yet? Inhale, open it up. Exhale, close and twist. Hopefully it feels better. This becomes a runner's twist. Left hand down, right arm up. Pop your back heel up. Stretch your right fingers skyward. Inhale. Exhale, lower right hand to the inside of your front foot and lower your back knee. Lizard lunge. So we're going to be here for a little while, like 8 or 10 breaths. You might just stay here. It might feel nice to roll to the outer blade of your front foot or even come down to your forearms. Any variations of lizard you like to explore, this time is for exploring. Deepen your breath. Stretching really large swaths of muscle here, the quad, the hip flexor, so it makes sense if you're feeling a lot. Deepen the breath to meet the moment you're in. Let's take one more breath together. Sigh out your mouth, and then come onto your hands. You can flow or simply press back to down dog. That's where we'll meet. And then inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, warrior one. And it's going to be a slightly wide warrior one because a humble warrior is coming. So we got to have room for our torso to bow forward. But we're not there yet. Straighten your front leg, interlace hands behind the head, lean back. Inhale. Exhale, rebend front knee, elbows toward one another. You're rounding. Inhale, lift up, straighten front leg, lean back. Exhale, bend and round. Last one. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, bend and round. Inhale, lean back. Oh, that's not right, but we're going to go with it. Interlace the hands behind your head. Humble warrior. So we all got to the same place here. Now try to pull your left outer hip back and in if your butt's kind of popping out to the left. So keep the warrior one as you fold. Good, now anchor your back heel down, release the arms. Warrior two, use your strength to open up into Virabhadrasana 2. Flip front palm up, inhale, peaceful warrior, tipping back. Exhale, straighten front leg as you come into triangle, Trikonasana pose. Feeling length through the bottom ribs that you'll maintain in your next shape, which is modified side angle. Rebend the front knee. Perch the left forearm on the thigh. Use that to lengthen the ribs and spin your chest open to the wall in front of you. Lifted hand behind the head. Inhale. Exhale, curl the elbow down and in. Inhale, open it up, lean back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open, lean back. Exhale, twist, right into runner's twist. Right hand down, left arm up, spin onto the ball of your back foot. Inhale. Exhale, lower left hand to the inside of your front foot. Heel toe the front foot to the edge of the mat and lower your back knee, lizard. So here we are again, lizard lunge, our old friend. So you can take this as deep as you want to go. It can be a pretty sensational pose, which is why we hang out in it for a while. We got to let it marinate. Lizard's kind of like a wild dog. It's a weird metaphor. but it's like you can't just go up to it and pet it. You have to kind of approach it, let it sniff your hand. You got to build trust. Let's take one more deep breath here. Sigh it out. And then come onto your hands. And just come back to child's pose for a moment. Next inhale, rock forward and find a comfortable seat. Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So this is a double bind. Opens the hips and the shoulders. I'll give you a couple different ways to approach it. So traditionally, you would cross the right leg over the left, so I'll mirror you, with the knees kind of nesting into one another. If your knees and hips aren't into that, just simple cross-legged seat. Yeah, you want to feel both sits bones fully grounded. And then you'll lift your left arm up, bend the elbow, guide it behind your head. So it's the opposite arm from the knee that's crossed over, if that makes sense. And the goal here is to maintain as straight a spine as you can. Can you feel your sits bones plugging in and the crown of your head reaching up, elbow reaching up? Some of you might interlace your free arm behind the back and go for a bind, interlacing the fingers. But that's not necessary. Let's take a few more breaths here. Very good, release. Bring the hands behind you. And we'll just switch in sort of a fancy can-can person way. So we're crossing the opposite leg on top, knee to knee, or just cross-legged seat. And then you lift your right arm up, bend the elbow, guide it behind the head, and make your way into your bind, however deep that takes you, where the breath can still stay steady. And as you hold this shape, visualize your breath sliding into those creases in the body where the lymph nodes reside, sliding into the joint spaces, making space, ease, kind of massaging the lymph nodes, almost the way water rushes into crevices in a cave system. Your breath is formless, so it can go anywhere. Final breath here. Breath out, release the arms, release the legs, feet to the floor. Let's take some windshield wipers. Massaging the outer hips, loosening up the spine. And we'll make our way onto our backs. We've got one round of bridge or a wheel in your future. Come onto your back, bent knees, feet to the floor. Make sure that you can touch your heels. You don't want them too far away. And work with parallel feet here, not feet turned out. It's just better for your low back. So as you're ready, lift the hips. Maybe it's a bridge, just staying here or coming into full wheel. We've got about 8 breaths in your back bend of choice. And whenever you're ready, come down slowly. Slowly, slowly. Bring the feet a bit wider than the hips. Let the knees knock toward one another. Constructive rest. Let's take a spinal twist. Bring the knees into the chest and spread the arms out to the side and just let the knees flop over to one side, letting the head look toward the opposite hand. And then send the knees up and over to the other side. Head looks in the opposite direction, following the line of your spine. And then come on to your back, pull the knees in, give yourself a squeeze. We'll come into one more shape today. It's called Bananasana. You're going to become a human banana. It's one of my favorite shapes for supporting immune health by stimulating the lymphatic system. So just extend your arms and legs long. Your arms will be overhead, okay? And just chill out there. I'm going to stand up, but you lay down because I'm just going to show you the shape you're making. So on your back, keeping your whole back body tethered to the ground, you're going to come into a human banana shape like this if you need a visual. So how do we do this on our backs? Bring your legs off the mat to the right. Bring your legs off the mat to the right. You might cross your left ankle over your right, but you want to keep your entire back connected to the mat. And then begin to arc your upper body up and over to the right, like a banana or a crescent moon shape, but the shoulders need to stay relaxed on the earth. So if that means the arms are out wider, great. The feeling you're going for here is an opening of the side body. So begin to deepen the breath into the left side ribs. Feeling a sensation of lengthening and stretching all the way from the left ankle up to the left fingertips. You might even imagine the little muscles between your ribs expanding on the inhale like the gills of a fish, and closing on the exhale, like that action of fish gills. Imagine yourself breathing in your ribs like that. Take one more breath here. Breath out. And then come back to center with the upper body. And then the lower body, Bananasana, other side. So legs move off to the left, upper body moves off to the left. Finding that arcing shape through the right side. But remember, whole back body stays grounded, stays connected. So part of the value of this shape, in addition to stimulating those lymph node joint spaces in the armpits and hip flexors, this shape also is pretty relaxing for most people. So down regulates the nervous system, helps us feel more relaxed and at ease, which supports our immune health. Right? If we feel less stressed, we feel better. And we tend to take better care of ourselves when we feel better instead of, reaching for behaviors or substances that do not support us when we're stressed. So drink in a few more breaths here. And then slowly release. Taking your time as you come to happy baby, draw the knees in and reach for the outer edges of your knees, feet or shins. end today in Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees apart. And it might feel nice to just rest your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your belly. If you really pay attention, you might be able to feel the heartbeat alongside the movement of breath. Can you stay with your inner landscape for just another minute or so? If you have the time today, I encourage you to linger in this shape much, much longer. But if you've got to mosey into the rest of your day, let's just slowly roll over to one side and press yourself up to a seat. Bringing the left hand over the heart, the right hand over the belly. The symbol of just being with the body and caring for the body, caring enough to take the time to do this practice that supports your health. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me today. I hope to see you again soon. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I would love to have you be a part of this community. Take care. Namaste.